Dr. Lakshman. So here, in the previous class, we had discussed about the uh, level of architect, level of three-level architecture in a database management system, and in the another previous topic, we have discussed about what is the difference between the traditional file system with the database management system. Okay, so right now we are going to discuss about the next topic, which is nothing but a data model. This is one of the important topic. So first of all, we want to know what is a data model. So it is nothing but a collection of concepts or rules which is for describing the information. That means it represent about the structure of a data, how you are modeling the data. Okay, based on the structure, what kind of operations you are performing on the data, what kind of conditions you are giving on a data, that means what are all the rules you are applying on a data. Okay, and then what are the major components involved in a data model, which is nothing but structural part, how it is being the data are organized. Next one is nothing but who are all allowed to access the data, okay, who can allowed to operate that particular data. Okay, well, whether the constraints has been followed or not, whether the rules data must be followed, right? So what are the categories of data model? Record based, physical, object based, and conceptual. So record based is nothing but data is in fixed format records, whereas a data as object means in the object methodology we can store over there, and physical represents how it is stored, and the conceptual is nothing but which represents the high level of user review. Okay, so next one is we go for the first model, which is nothing but the hierarchical model. In simple way, you can easily just keep in mind a hierarchical model is nothing but a tree-like structure where each and every child must have at least one root node, one parent node. Okay, so the parent can have multiple children. Okay, so this is that means the record or the information which is stored in a hierarchical structure. Okay, the records are stored in a hierarchical. Here is another example. Here you can see in university there are different departments: engineering, arts and science departments. So for engineering we have some students, and for the science we have some students, and for arts we have some different students. So the main thing is a hierarchical model is nothing but a representing the information in tree-like structure, hierarchical manner, where only one root node will be there, multiple children will be there, and then each child has exactly one parent. Okay, that is the concept. Where the parent can have multiple parents has the possibility of keeping multiple children. In this example also you can able to see that for engineering department they're having two children. So there's two students. Okay. While coming to the data manipulation, since it is a tree-like structure, you will know that the navigation of information is done in a top-down approach. Is done in a top-down approach. Okay, so it must travels from root to the leaf node, so to reach any record. For accessing the information, so it make use of some of the pointer-based links. Okay, so get unique direct access and get next with some of the operations. So direct access, sequential access, siblings. We can able to insert, delete, and replace the new records. Okay, so these are the advantages. Since it is very easy to understand, so one-to-many relationships. If your parent have multiple children, one-to-many relationships are there. So in this way of representing, which helps to retrieve information faster. So the disadvantage over here is here we can't able to represent many-to-many relationship. Based on that particular parent, you can able to find the child, but there is no multiple relationships, many-to-many relationships. And also the child does not have multiple parents, right? So this is one of the disadvantage over here. So next one is nothing but the network model. The basic idea behind this is nothing but it is connected through a concept called as a sets. Here the informations are stored through sets. Okay, so here multiple parent-child relationship will be there. Okay, and then next one. So the disadvantage over here is there are many-to-many relationship, more flexible, and it is very hierarchical, and it is efficient for accessing through multiple paths, whereas a network model, since we are maintaining the information in a sets, right? So while coming to the disadvantages, So navigation still faces the issue for a procedural thing, and also the memberships and all. It is a, since it is a sector, membership rules are very rigid, uh, and it is very difficult to modify. Once you framed as a sector, it is very difficult to modify as a different structure, right? So next one is nothing but relation model. In relational, in the sense, just keep in mind, it is nothing but representing the information in a table form. Okay. So the data are represented as a mathematical relations. Okay. So these are the basic terminologies. So this terminology has to be kept in mind since um, most of the databases will be in this relational model. So here you see a relation. Simply a relation in the sense as I stated, just keep in mind it is a table. Tuple is the one which is nothing but represents the rows of a particular tabular column, and the domain attribute is the representing the column wise, and then domain is nothing but the data type. Cardinality, which represents the total count of the rows, whereas a degree, which corresponds to the number of columns involved in that particular table. Okay, so what is about the next data model is nothing but object-oriented model. So here the data is represented in the form of objects. Okay, uh, in the form of objects with some attributes. So what are all the basic concept behind it? Object class, object entity, encapsulation, and then these are all the object oriented. You already studied in the uh, object oriented programming. So encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, everything. Okay. So next one is, so these are all the different data models. One is nothing but object oriented, relational model, network model, and hierarchical model. So in this, for a database DBMS, we'll go through the entire something but the RDB or DMS, sorry, relational database management system. Okay, relational. So relational model, we follow the relational model over here for storing of informations. Okay, so that's all about the data model, a basic idea about a data model. So we'll see in the next class about a new topic.